Good to see you, David.
As a kicker, Parker, do you ever think about the streaks that you're on, like how many kicks you've made in a row?
No, and a short answer, no. It's all about the next kick.
What if I was to tell you you're three off the school record for consecutive field goals?
Am I really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Um, yeah, I didn't know. I saw that someone tagged me in a tweet that it was like at 12, but I knew I had made like a few, but I wasn't really exactly sure what it was. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Excited to go down to Gainesville and hopefully make some kicks.
Next up is Ben Brenner.
Hey, Parker. I wanted to ask, what has it been like welcoming Midge and Kai into the special teams room, and how have you seen them kind of adapt and kind of get into the mix early in their careers?
Right. Yeah, so they're both really good kids. Definitely seen a lot from them in practice. Mitch has done really well on kickoffs and on field goals. Kai, as a punter, has definitely shown some promise. I'm excited for both of them really to get out there on Saturday at Florida and show what they can do. I mean, we brought them here on scholarship, and we expect a lot of those two guys. So I'm excited to see what they can do this weekend.
Let's go to Dick Cox. Dick, please unmute yourself. Dick?
Can't hear you.
Can't hear you, Dick. There you go.
What do you feel like your distance is? What would be the farthest you could attempt a field goal from, you think?
Right. So usually we say kind of the rule of thumb is in just a regular offensive drive, we need to get out to the 35, which makes it a 52.5-yard field goal. And then in like a 1 minute before half or end of half into game situation, about the 38 or so, which makes it 56, 57-yarder. So yeah, that's where we feel comfortable. Now wind is kind of like another factor there that could make it closer or further, but in general, that's where.
Colin Taylor.
Yeah, Parker, Coach Muschamp talks about kind of devoting more time than maybe any team in the country to special teams in a practice. I'm curious, how much special teams do y'all do, and what does that kind of look like during a game week?
Yeah, so usually Tuesday and Thursday are our kickoff days. So we'll have one period per practice where we'll work on kickoffs. We usually do about 3 or 4 reps, and then we'll work some KOR stuff in there too. And then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays we punt, and Thursdays we also work on punt. I don't think our punters actually hit to like stay fresh for game day, and I usually don't kick on Thursdays either, just to have the extra day of recovery to be ready for the game. But yeah, we do work a lot on special teams. Obviously, I've never seen any other teams practice, so I can't attest to how we are comparatively. But yeah, we do spend a lot of time on special teams, and I think it's something that can be an advantage for us.
Go back to David.
Parker, you've been here a while now, and just how do you sum up your career? I mean, didn't have the best start, but you seem to have found a lot of consistency lately.
Right. It's tough to put it into like spending 4 years here. It's tough to put it into like one little sentence, but yeah, I will say I think I fought through a lot of the bad early in my career and some of the boos, but just kept my head down, got to work, and just said that I can turn this thing around. Like I'm a good kicker. I'm confident in myself, and I just need to go out there and keep making kicks, and eventually it'll get turned around and can kind of change my reputation a little bit.
Ben?
I know it's far ahead, but are you considering maybe coming back next year or moving on?
Yeah, we'll see how the end of the season goes. Not really ready to make that decision. But I wouldn't be opposed if I could have a really good year. But we'll just have to see and kind of see where the end of the year is, kind of where I'm sitting. So.
Anything else for Parker? Dick Cox?
Got new holders this year. Is it much of adjustment when you bring in somebody else holding to maybe how they spin the ball or anything, or how does that work?
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit of an adjustment. We got Kai here in June, so that gave us a solid 3.5 months to get ready for that for the game against Tennessee. So that was ample time. Now it was tough with quarantine, social distancing, getting together as a group sometimes. But, we were able to get a lot of reps in. You'd at least need a few hundred reps before I'd be, comfortable with, going out there with somebody. And I did work with other holders. Like, we worked in Luke Doty, Trey Atkins, Christian Kinsley, and all those guys do well. But yeah, Joseph did a good job. Danny did a good job early in my career, and Kai's done really well. He's really good at spinning the laces out. Something that he's got quick hands. So I think coming from being a punter, he's able to spin the ball well, catching the snaps. So it's been good.
David?
Parker, what was your summer like? Did you get to work with Jeff Reed at all? I mean, with COVID and everything going on, how did you keep your workouts up?
I'm trying to think. No, this summer I wasn't really able to travel much. Didn't get with Jeff or Ryan really. There is a coach in Columbia, Anthony Giuliano, who works for Cole's Kicking, and as a field goal operation, he's at River Bluff, so it's really easy to just go 20 minutes down the road and spend some time with him. So me, Matthew Bailey, and Kai, and really the whole group sometimes would go out there and we would get some lessons from him, and he does a good job. So also at home in Charleston, I was kicking a lot with Elliot Fry, and so we were always kind of keeping each other, kind of like on point, I guess I would say.
Did you tell him you're coming for a school record for points?
Yeah. I sent him a jokey text message as soon as the NCAA made the rule that you can come back. I just texted him and said, "Congratulations, I just beat your record," which I don't want to knock on wood. We'll see how that all shakes out, but he got a kick out of it, I think.
Anything else for Parker? Good. All right. Thank you, Parker. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.